discuss the Taylor 114ce-SB. Hey, James G here with Tarpley Music in Fort Worth, Texas. But remember, if you need to, you can always find us online at tarpleymusic.com. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please hit that subscribe button right there and join us. So I've got a Taylor 114ce-SB. So the main thing with this guy here is the SB is the sunburst top. A beautiful, they call it, really just call it a sunburst. To me, it's a total like a caramel style sunburst. I love the brown burst on here. Great Grand Auditorium guitar. It is solid Sitka spruce top and layered walnut back and sides. Not only is it a really gorgeous linear wood, I think it sounds really good too. It's pretty easy to mic because it's not overbearing. But I really like that. So it's a hard rock maple neck with ebony fretboard there, and it's a 25.5 scale length, which is very standard, especially for grand auditoriums. The scale length is the measurement, of course, between the satellite to the nut here. The nut width is very standard, it's 1 11/16, and the whole thing is a nice matte finish, which is really, something about I really like the satin and the matte look on guitars. And this has a Venetian cutaway, which is very common. It's just this nice, soft kind of a cutaway there, so it's very easy to get up on the neck. New bone nut and micarta saddle. So very good, what you would expect with a good Taylor guitar as far as the woods that they chose. But the other side of that, the playability, it's fantastic, just like I would expect. And of course, it has their ES2 or their Expression System 2 on there, which is a treble and bass, of course, with boost. And then we have your volume there. So this is a really good sounding guitar. I'm going to jump right in, and we're going to do this several different ways. I'm going to give you a direct signal of a guitar. Then we're going to mic it with a large diaphragm condenser and then do a combination of both of those. And then as I was listening and playing this guitar, I really decided to use a A-B pattern with 2 small condensers that you'll be able to hear 2 hard pan. I think it's a really great panable guitar during recording. So we will go through all those settings for you. All right, so we've heard the guitar direct. We've heard it mic'd up a couple different ways. And so now I want to hear what it'd sound like in the mix with some tracks that I did earlier. All right, hit it, boys. All right, so I got a few takeaways with this guitar. First of all, I really like the walnut. There's been a few guitars we've had with the walnut sound, and I really like it from a recording standpoint because the way we've mic'd it today, I mic'd a different way just because I felt that this one really would sing that way, and I think it does. And of course, it's great looking wood. And whether it's layered or not, like I really honestly could not care less because the price point for this is killer. When you think the American Dream series is the Taylor series where you get into all wood guitars. So this price point is underneath that. Extremely giggable workhorse guitar. I feel like this is exactly around that realm that I would get just to do my day in and day gigs out because it plays extremely well. It sounds good, and the price is at a good point where nicks and scratches on a workhorse. Then you're like, cool. You're not out a whole lot of money. So, and I love this top. So, and I'm not one generally. When I'm shopping for guitars, I will just play a bunch of guitars, and but there's something about getting a guitar that you love, it feels right, and loving to look at it because you walk by it every day when it's on a stand, and you can't help but pick it up. I have a few electrics like that where I'm just like, oh, it's just so cool looking, right? So it does affect it in that way. I love this top. I love these types of fades, especially when they're satin. But it's exactly what I would expect for this price point with all these features on it, and I think it's going to be a killer workhorse for guys at the kind of that price range there. Like I said, layered, whatever. I I don't care. It sounds great. I can't really tell it's too layered here. Beautiful finish. So this is definitely worth coming down and taking a look at here at Tarpley. Like I said, we have a ton of Taylors. So if anything, if there's something missing from this, you can just kind of go to that next series or whatever. But amazing starting point because this is above their Academy stuff. The 100s is where it really starts, right? And then you have the American Dream stuff, which is the starting point for all solid wood. So just killer. So hope you got some interest in this or Taylor in general. Of course, there's one thing I can never put in a video ever, and that's how the guitar feels to you, or quite honestly, how it might sound to you as you're sitting there. We do our best to recreate, without adding anything, just doing mics and stuff direct, but nothing like sitting there holding it in the room. So come down and see us play. We got several Taylors down here. Love to answer your questions and just give you time to sit here in the corner and play the guitar. It's the best way to figure out if this is one for you, right? So if you did enjoy this, please hit like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so before yet. We would love to have you, of course, as a subscriber with us. And if you'd like to notice, we're dropping more videos. We are constantly dropping videos. The channel's just growing and growing and growing. It's a really great feeling. So if you just turn on notifications, they will let you know when those are happening, and then we will see you on that next one.